What's up, my dudes? Happy Friday the 13th. I hope everybody is channeling this really strong energy into something positive as opposed to, the superstition, bad luck type stuff that seems to be the most common. Recently, kind of a lot the past year or so, but mostly recently the past few months, I've been really channeling a lot of the strong energy from Mama Gaia, Mother Earth, feeling her pain. If we're being real, she's not happy. She feels betrayed. We're destroying her. She's angry. She's inflamed. She's quaking. She's crying. She's storming. And of course, a large portion of it is coming from, our pollution and, how we're treating the fucking air, how we're treating the ocean, how we're treating the animals, the earth. They're completely drying her out of her minerals, and we're not even trying to replace it and replenish it and give back what we're taking. We're just replacing it with chemicals. And if you start to reflect the physical into and you internalize it, you start to see a lot of similarities with how we treat each other and how we treat ourselves. And it's not just literal destruction, it's also metaphorical destruction. Yes, we're destroying her. Yes, we're treating her like this, but we're also, physically, but we're also, spiritually and emotionally destroying and hurting ourselves and each other. And I think that it's important for us, it's vital for us to, start seeing what we're doing and actually starting to pay attention to what we're doing and what we're saying and how we're behaving. Are you filled with love when you look in the mirror in the morning? Can you look at yourself in the mirror? How are you, behaving, acting, feeling when you're around strangers, your friends, your family, your neighbors? Or are you ruled by fear? Because fear is a very primary emotion, as is love, but from fear stems, frustration, anger, jealousy, hatred. All of these things are stemmed from fear. It could be fear of rejection, fear of loss, fear of, bringing up old past traumas and emotional wounds that you've been stuffing down for so long that you refuse to purge. And a big one, for a lot of people, especially myself, and I'm saying this because I see it in a lot of people because I see it in myself, and we're all just mirrors of each other, is fear of not being good enough. So from that stems the feeling that you can't really be your authentic self, or you have to put on a mask. And then that just domino effects into feeling trapped, or just that you can't be yourself, you can't be free. So if any of these things are resonating with you, any of these things that I'm mentioning, then I think that it's very important for you to look at yourself and ask yourself, how is this affecting, my relationships with people around me? How is this affecting my relationship with myself? I had a brain fart because you distracted me. Okay, so when you really start to look at these things and you really start to look at yourself, you start to see there's actually a lot of progress that needs to be made, and then you start relating it to the outside world. Is this going to serve my higher self in the long run? Am I going to grow from this? Or is this going to hinder me from communicating, hinder me from feeling heard, stop me from, feeling safe, free? With regards to how this, we're coming back full circle now, how this affects, Mother Earth and what's happening right now is, it's the whole as above, so below, as within, so without. Because we're not dealing with it inside, we're faced with physical embodiments of our problems, and it's coming to us in the form of basically everything that's wrong with the world right now. This in no way is a way out of helping and doing your part, whether it's getting involved in activism, donating, things like that. It shouldn't hinder any of that. You should, or not should, but if you feel the need to get involved and do these things, then it's very important that you do. But it's also very, very important for your growth, the growth of this world, and our future. So with regards to going back to treating other people, no one tortures you as much as you torture yourself. Same with other people. So don't make it a point to torture other people. because they already go through enough of it because of themselves. Same with you. No one else should have to torture you because you get enough of it on your own. That's enough. You don't need all that pain and torture and all that shit. It's bogus. So, yeah, no, the reason I'm, like, saying all these things is because I'm just now realizing a lot of this myself, and I'm just now receiving all of these downloads and trying to implement them into my life and trying to learn, and I'm trying to grow, because if you don't grow, as Master Shifu said, you will never be more than you are now if you only do what you can do. Something like that. I don't know the exact quote by heart. So I'm not, saying these things as like an all-knowing master, because motherfuckers, I'm 19. I don't know everything that I'm talking about. My perspective can change in a week. So yeah, I hope this was informative and not a total waste of you guys' time. She left me, so I'm just gonna hold her paw. But yeah, no, as I'm growing and learning and creating and all of these awesome things, I'm really grateful that I get to share my journey with so many of you, because we all learn from each other. But as I receive these downloads and these messages from great spirits and Mama Gaia, I want to fucking share them with you guys, because if I'm learning from it, I want to share this with you guys so you can too. And if you have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about and I'm making zero sense and I sound like a psychopath, then that's fine. That's totally fine. It doesn't have to relate to you 100%. Maybe someone in your life that you care about will need, a very small fragment of something I said earlier. And if you think it's all just a load of hooey and you disagree with every single thing that just came out of my mouth, then groovy. Share that shit. Get other people's perspectives on it. Share your own perspective. It's all growth, man. So, yeah. I know, time is just an illusion. It's not actually real. So I don't apologize if you feel like you wasted your time watching this video and you're never gonna get those 10 minutes back.